Hello, what is going on, my friend? So, I'm here to talk to you about why sales is the most important skill that you will ever learn in your entire life. And because in a year of me learning sales, I've turned into a better human being. And that's basically what I want to talk to you about today. Like, sales will change you as a person. It's a spiritual thing, it really is, because in order for you to be able to empower somebody, in order for you to be able to help somebody make a decision, you have to have gone through that yourself and be able to relate to that person. And so it takes a level of meeting somebody where they're at and then elevating them to a state to make an empowering decision. See, people think sales is about figuring out a way to get people to take out their wallet and give you their credit card. But that's not what it is. It really isn't. Because the only way that someone will ever do that is if they trust you and if they feel like you empower them and help them make a logical, empowered decision. Because ideally, the person that you want to speak to is not a fearful person. You don't want to speak to a fearful person. You don't want to speak to a person that is unclear about the next steps of what they want to do in life, right? Unfortunately, most people that you speak with are that. They're fearful. They are not sure what to do. They need guidance, right? And that's why they come to you. And if you can't transmit a sense of security, a sense of, hey, this guy knows what the fuck he's talking about, then you're not going to succeed in sales. And so if you haven't put yourself in a position where you feel secure about certain things in your life, you feel secure about how to guide yourself through making decisions clearly and optimally for yourself, then how do you expect to do that for somebody else? And so sales is a game of congruency. It's the fastest, most efficient path to personal development. I mean, it's unbelievable. And that's why it's a spiritual thing, because you become a better person in the process. All of your relationships will be positively impacted by you learning sales. It's unbelievable. And so learning sales, how do you get there? How do you actually start becoming good at learning sales? Well, first, what you do is you got to find yourself a sales role. Or if you're a coach, you want to be a coach, then you have to start having conversations with people and understanding human psychology. Number one, right? And the best way to study human psychology is to understand your own psychology. How do you make decisions, right? How do you guide yourself through a fearful situation where you're not sure what to do? Because the person that you want to speak with, if you always spoke to, if you're in a sales call, to an empowered individual, someone that's secure, that's the best person you want to speak with, because they're ready to make a decision. They know how to make a decision, and all you have to do is lay out the information for them clearly and straightforward, and they'll be able to take that decision. But there's many people that don't even know how to make a decision. And that's the hard part, because that's 90% of people that you speak with. They've never made an affirmative decision in their life, and whenever they speak to you, they need to think about it. They need to talk to their partner, right? How do you deal with that, right? And that's the important thing here, because you need to empower that individual to make that decision for themselves. Because no one's just jumping on a call to get information. You know, no one's just wasting time just jumping on calls to get information. You can get information on YouTube, man. It's all out there. It makes no sense. So the goal here is for you to start walking the path of becoming an empowered individual so that you can transmit that into somebody else. And the more congruent you become in that path, the more you can actually inspire somebody. Like, hey, this guy believes in me. This guy knows what the fuck he's talking about. So if someone feels like you believe in them, and if someone sees a confidence in you about the product that you're selling, That's 90% of the battle right there. And the next 10% is just walking them through the decision. What are the pros of making this decision? What are the cons, right? You got to outline the cons, right? What are the cons of not making this decision? That is really important, right? Helping them see a holistic perspective of, hey, what happens if you stay in the same place that you've been in for the next 2 years, right? That helps people make decisions. Because if someone has never asked themselves that question, you're actually doing them a great service. Think about it, right? If you're selling something like fitness and you talk to somebody that's been overweight for 10 years and you ask them, what's going to happen with your family? What's going to happen? How would you actually feel if you allowed another 10 years to pass by and you never did anything about this? And you make that person really think and give you a real answer to that question, that could change everything. Because people are afraid of the truth. They're afraid of facing that. They're afraid of facing themselves. And if you can allow that person with compassion, with empathy, face that question, and they have to answer it, because in a sales call, there's some sort of accountability right there. They're accountable to you, right? Because you're helping them make that decision because they trust you. And that's why it's such a beautiful thing. Because you learn how to ask questions. You learn how to go deep with people fast. And whenever you fail to inspire someone, whenever you fail to help somebody make a decision, you have to go internally and you say, what do I need to work on to actually be able to help this person? Why is it that I wasn't able to inspire? Where is that within me? Where are my blocks so that I need to conquer, that I need to overcome, so that I can help the next human being, right? Because you are really in a position of service. And you are being a disservice to others. You are wasting other people's time if you can't help people make decisions, right? That's what it is. You are there to help that person. Whether it's a yes or a no, you're helping that person make an empowered decision. So that's why sales is so fucking beautiful. And it's the number one skill. If you learn sales, all billionaires learn direct sales when they were first getting started, right? Sales is relationships. Sales is connection. And if you learn how to build connections with people, really understand and hear them, listen to them, your entire life will change. Not just your financial life, but every single aspect of it. You'll live a happier, more fulfilled life because you will be able to hear people where they are and be able to relate to them. And that is a skill, a beautiful skill. So that's why sales is so amazing, and it's spiritual, and it is the number one skill that you need to learn to improve your financial life. So go get yourself a sales job. If you're just working a random 9 to 5, you're not sure where to go, you don't know what to do with your life, you're trying to find different side hustles like drop shipping or starting a face YouTube channel, fuck that shit. Learn sales. Learn a real skill that can open up the doors to literally anything that you want in life. All right? Send me a DM on Instagram or here on YouTube. Drop a comment. I'll leave a link here for you to get my free guide of how to land your first 7K per month sales role. And I'll walk you through it. Send me a DM on Facebook. I will help you personally. All right? Talk to you soon, my friend. Best of luck and have a beautiful Thanksgiving. See ya.